Okay, welcome. So you saw recently I got the Kreg K5 Pocket Hole kit. I haven't used it yet. What I wanted to do was use a Kreg project from their website because I've never used one before and thought that would be the best way to go about it. So I said to my wife to have a look online, pick a project, and maybe that'll make her happy. Anyway, it took a while. We've gone with the nightstand with drawer. I've printed it off. It's on the Kreg website. I'll link to it in the description. I've then gone ahead and of course worked out all the measurements in metric rather than imperial. Thank you very much. But then before I got started, I went to Carbatec and I got myself the pocket hole screw project kit because I realised I needed a lot of screws, which didn't come in the original box. So it's about $60, but there's a hell of a lot of screws in here, so they're going to keep me going for quite some time. Then, what do I build it out of? It's just a bedside table. I've got some Vic Ash hardwood that I'm going to use for the legs, but then for something different, I've got this old Merbau decking. So I'm going to clean this up through the thicknesser. It'll look brand new, and that'll be the main feature, sort of, the four sides and the drawer face. I'm yet to decide what to put on top of it because I'm really interested to see what this Merbau is going to look like. I think it's going to look really good, and maybe I'm wrong, and correct me if I am wrong, but I haven't seen much Merbau furniture. So here goes. So I've machined the timber through the thicknesser. It's like a time machine, that thing. It makes everything brand new again. So these have come up nice. As I thought, the Merbau looks beautiful, but there was a noise I hadn't heard before when I was using the thicknesser. And then realised there was a series of nails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nails. But it's okay because I had new blades in a thicknesser. So the next step, according to my instructions, is to, now that I've drilled all the pocket holes, is to start putting it together. So I need to drill the sides, screw the sides into the legs, and build that structure. Now I need a flat base. My workbench, unfortunately, isn't 100% level, so I'll put something down first before I start that. So things will go that way. recommends a couple of spaces. So I've got these pencils, haven't been used yet, so they'll do alright. That looks pretty good. Add a pair of draw slide spaces. I don't have draw slides. I'm just gonna make some the old-fashioned way when it comes time. So it's gonna be a little bit of guesswork here, and they're gonna be hidden. So I can use junk, and I know what to use. So gross, ugly, laminated chipboard, 1/2 of a CD rack. Now, I keep timber like, I mean, you'll notice an ongoing theme with all my videos is that it's all reclaimed timber. Ugly laminated chipboard isn't good for much, but I still take it for times like this because it'll do the job and no one's going to see it. And it means it still gets repurposed and doesn't go into landfill. Make the draw box. Now it wants me to pocket hole a drawer bottom, but I've never built a drawer before, and I like the way that I've seen people make a little rabbit. Not that kind of rabbit. Make a rabbit and, you know, they do the thing with the base and it goes in, slips in all nice. I'm gonna try that.
Much more had to be learnt about the rabbit, and so a complete study of the animal was begun.
Okay, so all that's left now is I'm gonna put some slides so the drawer can easily come in and out. I'll just be basically putting another bottom on it. Attach the drawer front, but I know that I really should put a top on it before I do that to tighten it all up. And I've been procrastinating as to what I'm going to use for a top. So I just ran out and rummaged through my wood pile, and I think I've come up with a really, really good idea. So hang on. So I went rummaging through my wood pile. I found this slab of merbau, which was always a, what am I going to do with that? I figured I've already got merbau as a feature. This is an uneven little block, so I'm going to cut this down. Now, my top needs to be 450 by 450. I'm going to cut this 250 by 250 square. Then I've got this beautiful old. Now this came out of a school. They were floor bearers, and the school was like over 100 years old or something. So this could be black butt, it could be spotted gum. Either way, it's going to have that nice aging, and I'm going to keep the nail holes. So this is 100mm wide. So I'll make this all nice, and I'll miter it up around that. That'll be my top. It's going to be very chunky. It's going to be very thick. I think it'll look kind of cool. It might not, but you got to try these things, don't you? Slowly worked on each miter, bit by bit, creeping in each time, getting tighter. I realised my miter saw wasn't really square at 45, so I had to play around with that. Everything's been trimmed about 1,000 times, but it all fits now.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah. Oh, babe.
It's so smooth. It's now time to oil it. What I've got in here is a 50-50 mix of mineral turpentine and boiled linseed oil. The mixing of the turpentine helps the wood absorb it. And then we're done. So we'll probably need a few coats. Might need a light sanding in between those coats. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do it and do it.
Okay, so now we've finished. We've completed the project. We've put 3 coats of boiled linseed oil on it, a little bit of light sanding in between, and it is now ready to go in the lounge room, which is super exciting. So, whole reason behind this, of course, was to try the Kreg jig. This exact plan is on the Build Something website, which I've linked to, which you'll be able to open up. The plans are free. They were easy to follow. The Kreg jig really does a lot of the work. It was exceptional in how it just pulled everything together, and it really is quite strong. The kids got involved, but there'll be another full-length video with all of the shenanigans from this one and my youngest one coming in to help. Anyway, so Kreg jig, yes, good. BuildSomething.com website, free plans, good. I think this looks fantastic with the Merbu. I think it's really popped. I'm super happy with it. Thank you guys for watching, and girls. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Even if you don't like it, give me a thumbs up, or just give me a thumbs down, or whatever. I don't know. I'm mumbling now. Yeah, thanks. You can follow Oz Sawdust Makers on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, and where else?
Twitter!
And on Twitter.
Tweet.
And a website will be launching soon as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of it. And we've also got a Facebook group for people who like to make stuff. There's only one rule, which is being respectful to one another. So it's actually a really good place on Facebook. Everyone's really cool. Yeah, I hope you liked it. I can't wait to get this inside. Yeah, I'm rambling now. So thanks for watching. As someone who'd never used the Kreg system before, I'm blown away. The pocket hole system is without a doubt the way to go. So I'm definitely a convert. Huge thanks to Kreg also for the BuildSomething.com website and providing lots of free plans that is updated regularly. Also, massive thanks to Carbatec for sending this out to me and proving the system to me. So if you're in Australia and you want to have a crack at the Kreg system, then Carbatec's the place to go. Thanks for watching.